All right. Welcome everyone to Redemption and Recovery. When suppressed wounds begin to heal. I have my lovely guest this evening, Miss Diamond or Miss Linda or Miss Norton, and she's going to share her testimony, share her story. So yeah, about HIV. HIV is not a death sentence. Living your life free. So I know I just said your name, but go ahead and introduce yourself, Miss Linda.
Hi, everyone. I'm Author Lind Norton, but they call me Diamond as well.
All right, all right. So where you from? Where are you from there?
I was born here in Tampa, Florida, but I was raised in Gainesville, Florida. But I came back here and got my two children and started on crack cocaine when I was 24. But when I was 15, I was in Gainesville. That's when I started smoking weed and drinking alcohol and doing those Valium pills and Black Beauty pills, Liquid Rush. Yeah, all that at the age of 15.
Oh, wow. So everything started at age 15.
Yep.
Okay.
Prostituting.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit. Like what was your childhood like?
Man, I had the best childhood. I mean, no bad childhood memories. My mom was a single mom. She had a lot of male friends and, she had a lot of daughters. So she always tell us, if y'all feel uncomfortable, if anybody says something to you, let us know. So we never had that problem. And like on holidays, like everybody's kitchens be full, our kitchen was full every day. And she had us so spoiled. One sister don't eat fart beans, so she had to cook two vegetables. My brother, he didn't eat liver, and I didn't eat steak, so she had to cook two meats. But we were just spoiled. I mean, everything was so good. But what took me down that road to start doing drugs, I mean, it's sad to say, because I'm 63, but I wanted my father. But I didn't tell my mama that. If I would have told my mama that, my mom would have got me help then. But yeah, I used to see girls with their daddies, and I used to want my daddy. And I was 21 when he started coming around. But when he passed away, I was the one ended up with his ashes. I just let him go about a year ago.
Okay. Okay. Wow. You said something there because a lot of times people, they say, oh, she just acting like that, she this or she that. So you're saying having your father there probably would have steered you in a different direction, or
Really would have. It really would have.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, because you already kind of shared like your fond, because I was going to ask you about your fondest memories, but you said you had a wonderful childhood. A
Yeah,
lot of great memories.
He wasn't there. I wanted him there, but when I turned 21, he started coming around, and we got pretty close.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But that didn't stop me from doing drugs because I was too far gone then.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. So when you say age 15, so age 15, you're in high school, right? And then did someone introduce you to drugs, or what? How did that play out?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, my grandmother and granddaddy, God rest their souls, they was bootleggers, and they used to sell. My granddad used to sell weed, and they used to sell liquor. So the weed and liquor was at the house, and my granddad said he'd rather for us to do it at home than to be in the streets. So that's how I started. That's how I started. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Right.
And then by seeing all the old men coming there buying liquor, I started beating them out their money, and then it just went further.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
I can sit back and laugh at it now.
Yeah. Praise the Lord for that.
Right, right.
Yes, yes. So were you ever into like any extracurricular activities? Like when you before age 15, like were you into like sports or anything like that at school or anything?
Well, no, I did not like school. And I mean, I was so grown, child. When I turned 16, my grandmama shook my behind off to the Job Corps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mama couldn't put up with my attitude, and she got tired of, bopping me in the mouth. So I went and stayed with my grandmother. Grandmother shook me off to the Job Corps.
Okay.
And that's when I really got wild, because I left the Job Corps and started traveling and strip clubs and all that,
Okay. Okay. But again, this is why it's important that the fathers are present in our lives.
Yes.
Now, so age 16, you went off to Job Corps, but you were doing a lot of traveling. You said you was going to the
Yeah,
strip clubs.
I came back home when I was 19. I had got pregnant. I really didn't know who the dad was, but I called my grandmama and asked her could I come home, and she
Okay.
sent for me a plane ticket. But I was 4 months when I had a miscarriage. They all cried. Everybody cried but me. I ain't cried because I didn't know what that baby was gonna look like.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you also dealt with a miscarriage, but like, because we kind of glossed over it just a little bit. Did you ever deal with anything around that? Do you still think about that child that you had miscarried?
No. Because I always said I wouldn't have children, but God gave me two fine boys. They more like my daddies because they raised me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And thank you for that. Now, let's move a little bit forward to the drug use. You started talking about different drugs. You said the Valium, and then you said some little black pills.
Black Gertie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something like really cocaine in a pill caplet. Yeah, I did all that. But when I was 24, that's when I started on crack cocaine.
Okay.
Because me and my kid's father, we had been together for 5 years. And everybody used to tell me he had prostitutes on the streets. And I didn't believe it. And one day he came home, my baby was 9 months old. He said, I'm finna pull up. I'm tired of being a family man. It's true. I do have prostitutes out there. My neighbor, I'll never forget her. I ain't gonna call her name. But she said, I know how to make you feel better. That's so I can feed her and her husband drug habit. She put it up there, fixed it up there for me. I took that hit and that demon drugged me by the neck for over 18 years.
Wow.
That's how I started on crack cocaine. It's sad to say, weak over a man, and the girl didn't put a gun to my head, but I wanted to feel better. It made me feel better. It took me down too a long way, but yeah, thank God for second chances.
Yes, yes. So like what did you go through, like drug rehab? Because you said 18 years. So
Yeah,
how long have you been clean?
I've been clean 18 years. It'll be 19 years in June 6th. But the way I got clean from drugs, my sister had went to the drug rehab, and my mom used to take me with her to see her. And the way my mama be looking, she be looking so happy. And I said, "Ooh, I want my mama to look at me like that." So I be out jumping in and out of cars, prostituting, doing my drugs. But I was to pray this prayer for 3 whole months. God, please let me live a clean and sober life. I never had a drug charge, and I sold a $10 piece of crack cocaine to the police. They were gonna send me to prison because I was by 2 churches.
Okay.
But they sent me to drug rehab, the in-house treatment for 6 months. And that's when I was diagnosed HIV positive.
Okay.
And what helped me be strong, because the girls didn't look down on me. And when they first told me, I was so devastated. All I wanted was my mama. And to this day, my mama, she still give me little notes telling me I'm worthy. She loved me. I'm her angel. The family loved me. And I still have those notes from back then. And see, I want to help people feel like my mama had me feeling. So that's why, I want to reach out.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so it was from age 24, and then you said 18 years. You went to
I got clean in 2005.
2005.
Yeah. I've been clean since 2005. And I was diagnosed with HIV in 2005.
Okay.
But they say I was living with HIV 2 years prior to being diagnosed because the drugs and alcohol had my body numb, so I didn't feel any symptoms. So I didn't know I had it for those 2 years.
Okay. We're gonna get to the HIV, but like it's so many things that God just like delivered you from. So like what can you say to, let's say, that 15-year-old who was desiring that her father was there?
Whatever you're going through, talk to somebody. I mean, it might be easy to say don't suffer in silence than it is not to do. But I mean, you got to talk to somebody, because if nobody don't know what's going on with you, I mean, you can be your own worst enemy. Because I mean, I really was, and I stayed up in my own head. Today, I can't even stay up there too long because it's not a safe place for me.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
just always, talk to somebody and say no to drugs.
And say no to drugs.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, 24, what would you say to the 24-year-old who was like, hey, I'm gonna try it? What would you say to her?
Don't, man, don't. I mean, just go look around at society today and see what the people look like. It's no joke. That's just how you're gonna be. It might be in a different way, but believe me, that crack cocaine demon is not a joke. I mean, do not pick up. I mean, today I still pray for the addict that's, just picking up. And I pray for those children that don't have a choice in the matter, but don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Right. It's like today, in today's society, like it's almost cool to be a drug addict, but before it'd be like, oh, you on this, you on that. Cause my dad, he struggled with that years ago. But I thank God for his deliverance as well.
Right.
But when I see these rappers and stuff, they making it seem cool, whether it's crack or
I
whatever.
know. And it's not. I mean, like me, with two sons, and I thank God they didn't get hooked on crack, because both of them used to sell it. And the oldest one, he gave me that tough look. He wouldn't give me nothing. But shoot, that baby boy, long boy,
Yeah.
he used to give it to me to keep from seeing me jumping in and out of cars.
Right.
Yeah, so it's bad on the kids too. And he was 9 years old when he started frying chicken, cooking rice, baking macaroni and cheese. Because I live next door to my mom, and I go on a binge for like 3 days. When they get back, I'd be like, Mama, thanks for cooking. She said, I didn't cook. She said, your baby cooked. So me and his oldest brother can eat.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Long Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a beautiful song about you. Maybe after this, towards the end, we'll probably go ahead and play it, because I think it was a beautiful tribute to you.
Ooh, when I first heard it, I had tears, because he used to see me cry a lot.
Wow.
And I don't even think he see me, because I don't let my kids, I don't like for them to see me cry. I don't like for them to know when I'm sick, but they can look at me and they know.
Yeah. Yeah. They know they mama.
Yeah.
But
I'm thankful they never turned their backs on me though, in and out of my drugs. Yeah.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing. Like when my dad was, going through rehab and things like that, but I believe he's been clean since 2006. So praise God for that. And he would write me a lot. He wrote me a lot of letters while he was going through what he was going through. And I'm just grateful that God took that away from him as well. Right. Because like you said, that demon had you in a chokehold for 18 years.
Yes.
But you had love around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, if it wasn't for that, wow. Yeah, I had that love. Because when I called my mama and I was crying, I was always so mean. So when I went to a drug center, I called her. The first thing she said, Linda, what you done did? Mama, I ain't do nothing. I'm HIV positive. And she had me laughing. She's like, girl, you ain't going nowhere. Stop that crying. Look at Magic Johnson. And she had me laughing before I got off the phone. So that's what I do. People reaches out to me and I talk to them. And, I have them laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. So how can people reach out to you, like if they just got a recent diagnosis, or they just want somebody to talk to?
Okay, you can, if you don't have social media, you can email me at Linda Joyce, it's LindaJoyce 6060 @gmail.com. And I don't mind giving out my phone number. You can give me a call at 813-900-0155. Social media, you can inbox me. Facebook is Linda Norton, author Linda Norton. And Instagram is 63 Glowing. And I like to feed the less fortunate. So, I do accept donations through my Cash App.
Okay, well, what's your Cash App?
It's a $ in front, skyrocketing. SKYROCKETING.
Okay. So we have, like, if anyone want to reach out to Miss Linda, even if you wanted her to do, share a story or testimony or whatever it is, or if you just want to talk to her, whether you struggle with, the feeling the rejection from your father or any parent, if you struggle with drug addiction, if your children are out there, whatever it is, please reach out to her. HIV positive, reach out to her if you have any questions or you just want to talk. Of course, like Ms. Linda, I think, well, you didn't say it on this show, but like before you said, I can't give out medical advice per se.
Right,
But
right.
she can be, be an ear, a listening ear for you. So I want to repeat, it's Linda, Linda, Joyce, JOYCE6060 Her phone number is 813-900-0155. She's also on Instagram at 63glowing, GLOWING. Cash App, because she does feed the homeless. That is, the $ skyrocketing, SKYROCKETING. So you got the diagnosis of HIV, you said 2005. What was going on in your head then? Like, what was there, like, just like AIDS Day where you got tested, or is just, how did you find out?
When you first go in drug rehab, they give you the test, and they brought me back the results 2 weeks later. They gave me the test July the 6th, and they brought the results back July 26th. I remember the dates, but it was like that blow there hit way worse than somebody busting you in your face. I say, good news. I was in a group, and they called me out of group, and I told the man, I said, good news? No good news. You're HIV positive. So I just dropped to the floor. I mean, I couldn't say nothing. When I finally got my breath, that's when I say I want my mama, and they let me call my mama.
Wow. And your mom encouraged you and said, hey, Magic Johnson been living.
Yeah, she said, look at Magic Johnson, girl. Stop that crying. You ain't going nowhere. We love you.
Yeah, yes. Praise
Yeah.
God for mamas.
Right.
Now, did you ever, after that moment?
I went through 11 years of mental health therapy.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Oh, yeah, I went through 11 years of mental health therapy. I even talked about my father. I talked about all my issues. Yeah, for 11 years. Like now, if I get in my head too much, my youngest sister, that's my best friend, she like my therapy. I mean, I can call her, and I get on the nerves so bad sometimes. She say, don't you want your therapist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But see, a lot of people don't have those resources. That's why I say, please do not suffer in silence. It's too hard. It's too hard to try to deal with it by yourself. You are not alone. And don't be ashamed or embarrassed. And if you're just newly diagnosed, do not beat yourself up asking yourself why. I mean, life happens, and it happened to happen to us. And, we have to live with it and be happy. Be happy.
Yeah. Like, how can you, because you said 11 years, was that like, I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but was that like depression or something? Because you say you started dealing with like the mental health issues for 11 years.
Bipolar depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what I was diagnosed with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of like talk therapy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I still look in the mirror and self-talk myself. I still have to self-talk. I'm still using tools.
Okay.
Still using tools.
Can you give us a tool? Can you give us a tool of the self-talk?
Yes. Well, mostly stay out your own head, but I mean, when you look in that mirror, you be just saying, I am worthy. I am here for a purpose. And my purpose was to write this book. I'm not a writer. I am an author, but God put that book on me to reach the audience, that done been through or going through what I went through, like with the drugs, alcohol, and living with the chronic disease. It's food, mind food to make them feel better about themselves.
Amen. Do you have the book with you to hold it up, or?
Yeah.
So where can they go get that book, Miss Linda?
Online, just Google Through My Eyes by Lind Norton. It'll come up in Lulu Bookstore. And I also have physical copies, so you can email me or call me. I'm in
Okay.
Spring Hill, Florida.
Yes, you say you're in Spring Hill now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How much are your books?
$15.
$15. Okay, y'all heard that. Lulu. Or you just go Google Through My Eyes by Lind Norton and it should pop up. Wow. Whew. Like I said, it's many layers to your life.
Right.
But I'm just grateful. Anything else you want to say about your book without giving out too much in your book?
No, it's just to let people know, do not suffer in silence. But people gonna mistreat you. Because right now, today, if I go to say I went to therapy for my legs and I checked the box HIV positive. All the workers come out the bike to look to see, who have HIV. And I mean, it really hurts. And like when I was trying to find a doctor's office to go to, why is you calling us? And one receptionist, why is you calling our number? Y'all people need to go to the health department, especially somebody just newly diagnosed. That hurt. So that's why I say, just call me, and I'll make you feel better about yourself.
Okay. So what do you do in moments like that when people are being, because that's discrimination.
I call my mom and my sister. They my mental health therapist. Because I haven't been to the mental health in about 3 years. And I go to them, I call them, they might go too.
Okay.
Both my sons. But yeah, I have a lot of go-throughs. I have a lot of support, and a lot of people don't have that. That's why reach out to me. I'll help you feel better about yourself because I make you laugh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I think we had briefly discussed, like, how can someone, like, say if someone just don't even know, like, how can they become HIV positive? Like, I mean, we know through sex and things like that, but
yeah, and the drug needle and breast milk, the anal and vagina fluid, semen. I got mine through semen. I was with the guy. I didn't even get it prostituting and running on the streets. I was with this guy for 2 years, and I didn't know he had it until I was diagnosed. And he said, "So what? My baby mama got it, and the B still effing." So yeah, people are so treacherous, and I like to let people know I'm HIV positive because nobody don't supposed to use your toothbrush, your razor, or nothing. But people ask you, can they use your bathroom and do little sneaky stuff, and and they're just gonna hurt themselves in the long run. So I'm gonna let you know I'm HIV positive. Before you go in there trying to do little slick stuff using anything.
Wow. And I think I was saying earlier as well, like before our call, I done got ink all over my hand. My pen and busted. But
oh man.
I'm like, because I'm writing down like little, nuggets and things that you're saying. Yeah. But I had shared with you that I used to do a lot of HIV testing because I used to work with individuals who were in substance abuse treatment. So one of the things that I had learned is that you can take a huge big gallon, I don't know how many gallons, but it's a huge big bucket filled with somebody who has HIV, filled with their saliva. You could drink it and not become HIV positive.
Now, because people, excuse for cutting you off, but people think if you if you spit, sneeze, or cough, they think they can get it, but you cannot. You cannot get it that way. But if I stand too close to somebody, they think, feel like you're gonna run off on them, and I be wanting to just grab them and hug them, but with my heart, I got, I be nice.
Yeah. You're not gonna get HIV from just hugging somebody.
Right.
I mean, you probably with the saliva and people spitting and coughing, you get the COVID and RSV and all that
you
stuff.
Get HIV.
You cannot get HIV. Wow. So like when I think the person that you said you were with, the person that had infected you, when he said that, like, what were your thoughts after that? Were you the one to let him know, like, hey, I got it, and then that's when he told you?
Yeah. And he just rolled off, and he rolled off. He just rolled off. I pray for him today. I see him every once in a while, and he looks so bad, and I still pray for him.
Okay, he looks so bad, probably because of the illness. So
drugs and not getting treatment.
Not getting treatment. So let's talk about the importance of treatment, or how you go about doing that.
Go to the health department and get tested first of all.
Okay.
And like now, I go to the private doctor, but
Okay.
get tested, and if you come out HIV positive, go get treatment. I take one pill every day. That's it.
Okay.
And it's undetected. And undetected means I cannot pass it along. And I definitely can't pass it along because I am celibate, and I'm going to stay that way because I'm scared. Even though I already have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you said, go to the health department, and even for youth, they have something called the YES program, Youth Education Services as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's also through the health department.
Yeah.
And I know there's different ways that people can get tested. You can get the blood test. You can get the mouth swab. Is there any particular test that you think is, like I said, we're not medical professionals, but like that you would say, hey, I think this test might be better?
No, honey, I can't say. Once they test me back in 2005, I hadn't even thought about no testing. I just be scared to meet somebody. I be scared if they got something in the condom burst, they're going to take me out quicker. So I just celibate is the best thing.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we do want to encourage those who are having sex. Like, we can preach abstinence. We could say, no, 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 don't have sex, don't have sex.
Yeah,
but we know things happen.
Right.
What you want to say, Miss Linda?
Do not double up on your condoms, because then it'll make it burst quicker. But wrap it up, and know your status, know your partner's status, because people is treacherous. They will not let you know. And it is not written over our foreheads. But I'm telling you, the law say get a tattoo. I'm getting mine in big red bold letters right in my forehead.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do think that's I think that's against the law. Like, if you normally no, not your tattoo. You can get your tattoo if you want to have your tattoo. Just get it on your forehead. Like, but I think that if you infect someone with HIV, knowing that you had HIV, that you can go to jail.
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's against the law. Yeah, because everybody telling me, why don't you do a lawsuit? Right now, I'm just trying to deal with being HIV positive. I ain't thinking about no lawsuit. It took me 2 years to really accept it. I ain't know whether I was coming and going for 2 whole years. It was like I was on a merry-go-round or seesaw. I was just, thank God for mental health therapy in my family.
Yes, yes. Like I said before, Jesus and therapy go good together.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I know God is real. I know. I had COVID twice. And the first time I had it for 10 weeks. I was in intensive care unit, and I couldn't walk for 10 weeks. I had to learn how to walk again.
Wow.
Yes. So, I mean, I know God is real. And I had pneumonia. And then I was on the oxygen for a year, that long cord, walking from room to room for a whole year. Then caught COVID again.
Oh,
but I was in the hospital for a week that time, because I guess they had better, medical stuff then. But I know God is real. I had a tumor taken from behind my liver. I had a blood transfusion. Yeah, but I was like, God is real, and I know He loved me. That's why I have to reach out and, love on everybody else.
Yes, yes. Now, when was that pivotal moment for you with God? Like, when did you surrender your life to God?
When I was diagnosed with HIV, scared to go to sleep for the first 3 nights. And my friend girl, she was always into her Bible. And she came to me one night, she said, "You're gonna start reading your Bible." She said, "You're gonna start reading this Bible." And I started reading the Bible, and I started loving myself.
Yeah. How do you love yourself? Like, if somebody said, like, how do you love yourself? Like, you need to love yourself, but how do you?
Man, live stress-free. Don't let no negativity up in your mind. That's why I say, and I don't have many friends. You would think I do. But my grandchildren, oh my God,
Those your
all
babies.
6 of them, they just melts my heart. And man, they have me so content to, it's no stress. It's no stress. And they love on me. They love on their grandma. So yeah.
Yeah. I be seeing because like when you would post a lot about your cooking and stuff, and then your grandbabies
Yeah.
requesting certain meals and things like that.
Yeah, boy. Grandma baby. But that's how I love on myself. Just all positive thoughts.
Yes. I think someone once said like, don't believe the negative thoughts.
Right.
And I think when my dad, one of the things my dad learned when he was in recovery was like the stinking thinking. You stop that stinking thinking. And I think that's one of the things that we would implement in recovery as well.
Right. I have to stay out of my own head. And when you first get out of drug rehab, they tell you don't go back to the old places. I went straight back there because my mama stayed right in the heart of it. So I went right back, and both my sons were still selling drugs, and they'll throw it to me, Ma, hold this for me. Ma, keep this. So I had to be strong. I'm like, God, if I was gonna relapse, it'd be so easy. But yeah, I knew I didn't want to. That life was too hard. Woo, that was too hard to try to do again, and I'm getting too old.
So that's the thing, that and then the love that you have, your grandbabies, your sons, those are the things that keep you from relapsing.
Yep, and feeding the less fortunate.
Okay. So
Yep,
just
and
giving back.
Yeah, giving back. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Let me see here. I'm gonna see if
That's
I have.
it.
Make sure I asked all the questions.
Okay, paying it back forward.
Yeah, I think this is beautiful, you know. Let me see. Like, if there was something that you could change or could have changed about your life, would you have done it?
You know what? I'm gonna say no because that's very impossible now. So
Yes.
no, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I mean, I like the journey God put me on, that mission to help save a soul. I mean, I just love it. And my sisters, they say they love to see how happy I am once I get off the phone talking with somebody, because it just makes me feel so good. Yep.
Yes. And you're definitely sharing that hope. You're sharing hope.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep sharing. I'm gonna keep sharing. Yep.
Let me see here. Okay, we already talked about your book. And then we kind of talked about this a little bit, but what inspired you to write your book?
My mom, I was sitting out on the porch with my mom and my sisters and telling the things that I was doing out there, running around in the streets, and I haven't laughed so hard. And they were like, "Why don't you write a book?" So I wrote it down, and my sister and her husband, they put it in paragraphs for me. One of my grandson's mama, she typed it up for me, and Lone Boy, he self-published it for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Long was a publisher too. I know he's a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
He's a family man, has a beautiful wife, beautiful children, and I think your other son has beautiful children as well.
He have one. The oldest one have one. Long boy have 5.
Long boy got a lot of babies.
Long boy got 5.
Yes. Let me see here. I want to play that video. I'm gonna try to look for it real quick.
Smile.
Yes. So if there's anything else you want to
And my
share.
son, he have my name tattooed on his neck. And when I first saw him, I was looking, this ain't you. I know a girl named Linda. And I was in my addiction, but I was just cheesing. They always told me that unconditional love. But that song, whew, I cried.
Beautiful song. And I couldn't for the life of me, I could not
Find it.
play it. I couldn't play it with your video, like because I make these commercials.
I love the song that you used though in my cup.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that one right there, it fit perfectly.
He said the streets will break you down.
Yep, and he telling the truth too. Cause my mom used to tell me you cannot outrun those streets, and boy, she told the truth. I tried, I
Man.
tried, but I couldn't do it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to make that bigger. I found it. We gonna listen to it. Um, see here, exit screen.
And it's so precious. All my grandbabies in it. Well, all but one, cause she wasn't born yet.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. So this is gonna be Smile by Long Boy. Y'all can definitely check out his music on YouTube. And I'm sure he's in on a lot of different platforms. I know
Yeah,
he also have the ministry. I think he was doing that with his son, RLS Real Life Stories.
yeah.
So here's this song here.
Can you hear it? I can't hear it.
I'm not sure why only I can hear it.
Yeah, but that's okay, sweetie.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, they know where to find it at on all digital outlets.
It'll be in our recording, so you should be able to see it then.
Okay. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Can you see it though?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Both my sons and my grandbabies. Yeah, he had came home and told me, he said, Mama, I'm tired of selling drugs. I'm gonna make music for the Lord.
And that's what he's been doing. That's what
Yeah.
he's been doing. And there go your mama.
Yep. That's my baby.
Yes.
I got to call her as soon as we hang up
Yes, ma'am.
because she been calling. And my oldest son, he always, both of them tell me they proud of me, but the oldest one, he always telling me he proud of me. He said, because you're doing things for people for free that people get paid for. I was like, I get paid for it in my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're almost done.
Oh, no problem, sweetie. I like the last with us right there.
That's beautiful.
My babies.
Yes. So I gotta go back off and cut that off. Yes, yes, yes. Any thoughts about that video? I know you were sharing a little bit while I was playing.
No, I was just, so excited when I first heard it. We was riding. He said, "Mom, I made this for you." And when I heard it, I just cried. I'm like, oh. I was like, he used to see me cry. Because I didn't want them to see me cry because I used to cry a lot. But I used to be crying and praying. But yeah, and he touched me when he made that.
Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And like you had said earlier in the interview, was that, you know, your son used to give you drugs to try to keep you from getting, in and out of cars. And
Yeah.
I remember when I used to work with the youth on probation, and that was one of the things the boys would say. They would say, I sell drugs because I don't want nobody else selling it to my mama. But to come full circle, because Lone Boy got a powerful testimony too, you
Oh,
know.
yeah, he do.
And
He
it's
do.
like the Lord delivered him, the Lord delivered you, and then him writing this song. He's in the video with his children. It's beautiful. And it's like if anybody say, "Oh, God ain't real," God is real, and
Oh,
this is a
yes.
living testimony.
Yes, God is real.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So again, let me go over this. If you want to
Okay.
reach out to Miss Norton, you can email her Linda, Linda Joyce, Joyce 6060 at gmail.com. You can even give her a phone call, 813-900-0155. If you want to cash app her because she's reaching out to the homeless and just supporting what God is allowing her to do, you can cash app her at skyrocketing, SKYROCKETING,
With the
and then
dollar sign in front.
with the dollar sign in front.
Yeah.
Any final words for our people that's watching?
Just please do not suffer in silence living with HIV or any chronic disease. It's too hard. And I mean, you are not alone. So don't try to do it by yourself. It hurt too bad. Like I said, if you don't have a mental health therapy or, anyone to confide in, just hit me up. Hit me up. Everything's confidential, but I cannot answer any medical questions. But I will make you feel good about yourself. So
Yes.
just please do not suffer in silence living with HIV or any chronic disease.
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you again, Ms. Norton, for being on here, sharing your story, being transparent, because some people don't like to talk about those things, but that's the whole purpose of redemption and recovery. When suppressed
Right.
wounds begin to heal, we can heal. We don't have to
Right.
suffer, you know. And this show was titled HIV is not a death sentence. Go get the treatment, reach out to people like Miss Linda, reach out to her. If you need someone to talk to, go to your local health department, get tested, take your medication. If you are HIV positive, please, please, please. Yeah, yeah. And we thank you all for watching Redemption and Recovery when suppressed wounds begin to heal.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Great.
Whew. Okay. Oh, but hold on. I gotta get off of Facebook.